Certainly is, and we'll see what he does get up to. But at 1-1 so far, we are in a tied situation for the grand final. Winner of this game will be able to have a 2-1 advantage going into the fourth game now. So definitely a very important match between these two. I'd say if you do have that one game advantage, you're going to be feeling very, very good going into the fourth game, which might give you enough momentum to just try and pull yourself over the edge. See how much Team Dog and TNC can get done. Very, very hard for me to not have faith in the Gabbi PA, I've got to say. Then again, though, Abed Storm, obviously very, very scary as well.
Yeah. It's two really strong signature heroes coming out here, so both sides are pulling out all the stops, just wanting to find that advantage into forcing the other team up against the wall. It is basically a best of 3 now because of that 1-1, so you do want that advantage going to the best of 3, which this kind of is now. And again, I'm just surprised here, Mike. There's just no alt chat. There's just no one throwing shade, making comments, or even wishing good luck. It's still all biz here at Game 3.
Yeah, I mean, it is a grand final, John. There's no friends in war. And there will be no talking until we crown a victor, I'm sure, between these two. Of course, TNC are looking for revenge from that upper bracket final that they did lose to Team Dog. They can win out this game. Get into it, of course. Top lane, you're going to have Arfu there, around with iceiceice on the Enigma. It's like Ice has already denied off 2 creeps in this first creep wave. In fact, never mind, one of them has escaped, but he is intending on trying to deny a secondary creep. Will be the range creep, of course, that he does want to get the deny off on. It's going to give him a very nice advantage, but Gabbi was in range for that range creep. So overall, they don't get as much value out of denying it as possible. Gabbi still does get some free XP for himself. See how he does in the lane. Enigma can be very, very tough to lane against. It's so easy to kind of deny creeps off with these Eidolons and just not give a proper lane over to Gabbi on this PA.
He's going to struggle for the first few waves here because of what iceiceice has done to the equilibrium. You've also got Febby being rather disrupted by Afu, just being chased around while he's trying to fix up his camps. He is at least going to find the D wards, but he's not going to have a pull camp as well. So it's going to be slower for Gabbi. He is getting some EXP out, but iceiceice is definitely getting the start he wants. We'll see if this is something they can fix out, but it will take a while for TNC to kind of sort that out. The mid lane is where it is a bit spicy. You talked about the Lena versus Storm. Armel is having that good start you mentioned, just slightly better with his range, much better wave clear with a Dragon Slave as well, and Febby.
Febby does end up getting the first blood. Arfu just maybe overextending a little bit, and Febby, he had that level 1 enchant, and of course at level 1, Miranas tend to go for the arrow, so you didn't have the leap away, and Gabbi was there with the follow-up damage. You really can't underestimate how much slow that level 1 enchant does do. It is quite a lot. So, Mirana takes it. You are more than likely going to die. Exactly what happened.
Yeah, it's still playing tag here, Afu, with Febby. Not really able to interrupt what Febby's doing in these camps, and this is just exactly what you'd want as the Enchantress, just being disruptive. This is giving Gabbi so much less pressure in his lane. He's still finding some steady form, matching the pace of iceiceice. Ice does have a lot of denies, but that's to be expected. There's still sort of an okay lane here for Gabbi overall. Gonna have to see how it holds up.
Mid lane, he did throw the Vortex out onto Armel, but didn't bother going for the Static Remnant afterwards. Wanted to try and threaten Armel a little bit, but doesn't really do too much as Armel now lands the Light Strike array. But it's just taking so much damage on this Storm. Of course, down to the bot lane, you've got kpii and Tims there, up against Poloson on that Undying, and, well, Poloson might kind of be dead. He's trying to run away. It looks like he is going to remain safe. Has a Soul Rip anyway. And, of course, the one player we didn't mention is going to be inYourdreaM, who is farming just fine for now. Top of the last hits board, not really struggling whatsoever. On the side, everyone really dropping low across the map. Tims was dropping quite low, but he's going to be fine. This Mirana, Fu, going to TP back to the fountain. Looks like he was dropping very low. And even Abed dropping extremely low on the Storm Spirit. Everyone going to survive, however.
Yeah, just playing poke with each other here, trying to get each other to waste some resources on the map. Going back to that bot lane, inYourdreaM having the smooth start is a bit of a cause of concern. KP on the offlane. Void Spirit, of course, can just hold steady, get some EXP up, but he is not going to slow down the farm of this troll. And that is going to be an issue. Like, you're already seeing pressure applied to Gabbi. He's still finding last hits, but it cost him every single time. Whereas for inYourdreaM, in contrast, he is 27-7. This is pretty much a free lane. This does mean inYourdreaM's going to have good timing since the Battle Fury if he wants to build that. And that is something TNC has to watch out for. If you allow inYourdreaM to free farm like this and hit the Battle Fury timing better than Gabbi will, it could cost you a ton.
kpii gonna make the jump in onto inYourdreaM, but now Tim's actually gonna be in danger. inYourdreaM might just get the last attack off, gets the daggers out, but it's not gonna be enough. Some nice body blocks there from kpii. Loses his life on that Shadow Demon, but he is gonna have to make the run back up towards the fountain, or maybe not, because he does end up salving up. But it is still gonna allow inYourdreaM to just keep freely farming up. Now, that Troll Warlord, just one of those position ones that can dominate a lane pretty much by himself. It's just so powerful with the ability to switch to that range form pretty much any moment. He's even going to just go for the 5-minute bounty route now, and there'll be no contest for it.
Yeah, this is one advantage for Team Dog. inYourdreaM's got such a good lane. They can leave him alone. He can still secure runes. They can focus on trying to make it hellish for Gabbi to farm. You're seeing iceiceice now pull ahead of her PA as you'd expect. The supports are given a lot of room to just play tag here, although Afu is forced to go home. But the concentration on inYourdreaM with his dual lane just isn't lining up. Like, maybe they can land the Disruption Remnant combo again and get enough damage out. You're gonna need to stack up more Shadow Poison stacks on this troll though, and there's just no opportunity to. So TNC off to a slower start, not really losing too much, but you do worry about the initial farming state here. After that first blood, the lanes are still going Team Dog's way.
That they are. Mid lane, Abed gonna jump in onto Armel, getting a fair bit of damage out on this Lina. Armel still gonna be okay for now, but Afu jumps in but doesn't get the arrow off. iceiceice, meanwhile, solo picks off Gabbi. He did commit the black hole straight off the bat, but it's well and truly worth it if you can get a solo kill on the opposing POS 1. And that's exactly what he does.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I love seeing this from Ice. You know, we see some Enigmas not even opt to level the black hole, but going for that early black hole leads to a nice kill, slowing down Gabbi's farm. It has already been a slower lane for him. Now his Battle Fury timing compared to inYourdreaM is definitely not going to line up. And that's going to be an issue for TNC. Gabbi will need to flash farm at some point. And the map is, you know, at the least your two other cores are fairly selfless in that Void Spirit and the Lina.
But Abed stealing stacks away. That's going to be a lot of gold if he does get it. Armel is going to come in now and try to make sure that they do not get those stacks. He might be able to clear them out with the Dragon Slave. So kpii does kill off Afu, and they'll turn back around onto Poloson. The Undying getting very, very low, and eventually just accepts the fact that he is just dead. Fuel the kill, and they basically get none of the creeps off that stack. It's going to be a pretty nice little win there for TNC.
Yeah, to get some good punishment in. I believe Abed got like maybe just 5 big creeps, not substantial, but that does force them to clear it out earlier. So that means you're not giving this to Gabbi, again slowing down the PA in the end. I think that's what Team Dog was looking for, just forcing them to clear these stacks out, not give them to the PA, slowing down the timings of Gabbi down the line, and continuously buy space for inYourdreaM. When they made that movement out, they left inYourdreaM alone. He's at level 7 now, he's got his phase boots, and he's just saving up for his own Battle Fury. So things are going smoothly here for Team Dog. Even Abed, his lane matchup was back and forth, is lagging behind a bit. He's going to need to get some space out, but so far I don't think he minds too much as long as inYourdreaM actually does have a good start.
And that's it. Armel getting a jumped here by Abed. He does have Poloson behind, and that'll be a massive pickup if he can take it for Tim's. There, with the disruption, still Abed. He got a last hit in. Array was not timed well. Abed is going to die for his trouble, but it's well worth it. Poloson now also going to be in danger. Is taking a hell of a lot of damage on that Undying, but he is set to fall, and Gabbi will be the one to take the kill. But considering the fact that Abed was so far behind Armel on the Lina, you are going to be pretty happy with taking that kill.
But definitely, it's a net gain there for Team Dog. Being happy, getting a little bit of acceleration into Abed. He is still going for that Kaya into Bloodstone buildup, as we tend to see, so not going to be diverging from that buildup here. But that should still line up rather well, and Abed is still making some space out regardless. Like, Abed may die, he's forcing attention down mid. iceiceice is left alone to play greedy up top on the Enigma. He is going for that arc into Mech, into Guardian Greaves on the Enigma. And so far, it's paying off. Like, no one's contesting the Enigma, no one's contesting the Troll. TNC's attention's all kind of dedicated to finding the Storm and reacting to Abed's aggression, which is exactly what Team Dog wants. They're just pulling ahead slowly but surely in that fort, and they are clearing the map a little bit more efficiently here.
Gabbi gonna find Arfu on that Marana. They do get the creep, but the black hole out from iceiceice. Is it gonna be enough? Abed is gonna jump in, and they do burst down Gabbi. A great black hole out from iceiceice from the high ground, and now Febby's also gonna die. That's something you don't see every day, John. iceiceice, a very confident black hole, does end up working out in their favor. And even inYourdreaM in the mid lane, picking up Tim's on the Shadow Demon.
Dire structures are fortified.
Oh yeah, it's
I must
KP?
forgive you for being only
He ends up getting Poloson on the Undying, not too big of a deal, I guess.
no, definitely not. You are so much happier on the side of Team Dog. They get the mid tier 1. Looks like they will trade their bot tier 1 for this, but a much bigger target going the way of Team Dog, opening up the jungle rotations, and looks like they are still playing tag, keeping so much pressure on Gabbi. He's just never free to farm up. It's slowly building up into the battle fury, but inYourdreaM is definitely a step up here. That's not good news. Gabbi, he is the PA player to watch out for, but it's been a while since we've seen him playing from behind, this far behind as well. 3.9k on the PA, inYourdreaM at 5.5, a pretty big difference there.
It is. See how quick Gabbi can catch up on this PA, but it's one of those things that the first carry that gets the first battle fury is generally the one that just takes the lead the whole game. Still top lane, Ice gonna be perched up immediately, and they will just burst it down. He does mech up, but it's not gonna make all the difference. Abed, however, gonna zip in after Armel, but does get disrupted up. Can they hold him down? No, they can't. Armel still gonna be chased down, however, a nice light strike array, but he is gonna die now. Abed wants to go for more onto KP. The Resonant Pulse is gonna be enough, along with the Shadow Poison of Tim's. He got the Lina, ends up costing him his own life. I start to question how worthwhile this is for our Storm.
Yeah, definitely not worthwhile there. They trade 2 cores. And the big one is losing. It's actually losing iceiceice. That makes it painful, because Ice is worth a little bit more than Abed, and you trade off those 2 cores. Good pickups for TNC. Finally finding some punishment out on the map, and that's what they need to do. They need to move as 2, move as 3, or move as 4. Buy space out for Gabbi. Get some pickoffs going. They've got good control with the disruption setup, and they can definitely play with that, as there's no defensive items yet here on Team Dog.
Arfu. Arrow does scout out Tim's, but they don't want to really make the jump back there. Team just kind of happy to sit back and give space. I say that, but Team Dog are being a bit more aggressive here on this Radiant side, as net worth advantage, they feel much more confident. Dream on that Troll, gonna have a very, very fast Battle Fury timing at this rate. Give it about another 30 seconds and the Perseverance will be up. That is gonna be very quick when you consider the Phase Boots and the Wraith Band and even the Magic Wand. Armel gonna show up at the bot lane, but he doesn't really catch out inYourdreaM. inYourdreaM not gonna waste his time. He seems to sense the side of TNC is down at that bot lane area. Does TP into the mid lane, back to his triangle. While the rest of his team, they go up to the top lane, and well, you could just pressure another tier 2 tower. Yeah. Especially with these Eidolons.
It's the beauty of the Enigma pickup. You can get a good push going even without the Necronomicon creeps. Of course, TNC down bot are trying to do the same, doing a lot of damage onto that tier 2. And it looks like Team Dog actually aren't committing too much up top, so force TNC to face off against that fortified. They do Moonlight Shadow though. It is only Afu and Poloson nearby, so this might be costly if they do overstep.
Maybe. The Moonlight Shadow, they feel confident. No sentry wards around here from TNC to scout this out, or as I say that there is one on the ground there. Afu now underneath it, but it's not going to matter. It looks like he does just arrow the creep anyway, and that will make it very obvious they were invis. That's it, really. Apart from that, Febby does buy a fluffy hat, John.
Yeah,
fluffy hats are very nice and fluffy.
It does seem a bit worn to wear a fluffy hat, but what else is up is inYourdreaM's Battle Fury's up. So he has cleared out his ancient stacks here. He's clearing out the camps now. It's a lot faster to farm up. This disparity between IYD and Gabbi is going to grow a bit wider. Now, Gabbi's actually not too far off from his battle here, about 1,000 gold off, but how long that 1,000 gold takes is going to be pivotal in how far IYD widened this gap. And you can see iceiceice, he's just left alone. The solo push top, like he's got the Eidolons down, his creep wave is coming in. There is a smoke from TNC though. Looks like they want to flank this maneuver.
They definitely need to do something. Teacher's going down for free. They need to do something about it. They jump in onto Abed, but he has a haster and he just zips away. TNC still trying, but the smoke's too obvious now. Nothing going to come out of it. Like, they don't even get the top bounties. Abed will take those. They should be able to get the bottom ones as Gabbi is around the area to just collect it for his team. You look at Gabbi's farm though, he is really struggling right now. Still needs one more component for that Battle Fury, but he's just almost 3k behind inYourdreaM. That is not where he wants to be as the PA.
No, it's also really troubling when you see Gabbi's level 9, and he knows he's really far behind in EXP. He's actually queuing up what's going himself. And never a good sign when your class 1's going for that.
Lane, Purge is going to be out onto inYourdreaM to make sure they can't chase down Armel. Armel is going to be just fine. We do have a smoke up now. Team Dog.
Shadows, take us.
What DD Rune found out, Tim's just going to deny it, and he does spot out iceiceice. Let's break the smoke of the Enigma, but they still just continue with the Moonlight Shadow. They run straight into Tim's. Tim's goes for the disruption, but there's your tombstone being dropped by Poloson, and Tim's will just accept the fact that he is dead. They want more though. They'll go after Febby in the back lines with the arrow to connect. It'll be another nice, easy kill. Gabbi is around the area. He is blurred up, so they can't see him right now. Looks like he should be just fine to get away.
Would have been nice to pick off Gabbi here. He's just waiting for a few more gold to get a Battle Fury, so you would have stalled it for at least 20 seconds more, maybe a full minute more if you got that kill. Good sailing now that the gold's going to be recuperating. TNC going to be playing in that triangle. You can see Team Dog going to try to clear out that top tier 2 now. They do have the numbers here. They've got the black hole already. Ice, speaking of, is saving up for his BKB next. So he was getting some good black holes without it. This time around, he can be a lot more offensive and up in front with his own BKB being formed up relatively quick. Gabbi, of course, we talked about it. The Battle Fury's up 17 minutes in. Good, what, 3, maybe 4 minutes later than inYourdreaM. Does have a huge stack to take, though, so this is definitely going to help the cause here.
He needs everything he can get right now. Problem is, the Roshan might be taken while he's taking that stack. And that is not going to be great news for TNC. It's very hard to fight into this Roshan, even if you were aware of it as well, right? Because you're going to be fighting into a black hole by size. He's not going to make it easy. They may kind of sniff out the Roshan now, but it is too late. Abed, of course, will take the Aegis on the Storm, and that is going to give them a very kind of confident next 4 to 5 minutes.
Vanished,
for Team Dog.
not gone.
With TNC, they might just have to try and avoid Team Dog to the best of their ability. I think it is going to be way too dangerous to run into them right now. They may have no choice in the matter though. kpii scouting out, will spot out iceiceice, but iceiceice as well, and they commit the black hole immediately. They just want an easy kill. kpii, however, still gets the Yules off. It won't matter though, the static storm is going to be waiting for him.
Your storm was coming.
And I do like that from Ice. I think if you're not using the black hole anyway, you may as well commit it. And it seems like he is well aware that TNC is not going to want to fight when you have the Aegis up on your Storm.
Yeah, it's just an opportunistic pick-off here for the side of Team Dog. He also understands that he'll probably not want to throw it out randomly anyway without the BKB. So this does give him some use before the BKB's up. It should line up. The cooldown should line up with when his BKB recipe flies out. So it's just perfectly timed for Ice. Gonna be really grateful for finding that kill. Right now, Team Dog working through that map, taking over the triangle. They've got some good wards now watching that area. They've also got a nice jungle entrance ward to keep an eye out for the movement of TNC. TNC map is growing a little bit smaller, if not a bit riskier to farm in. Gabbi's still saving up for his Desolator. Really need that item to be up.
Arrow gonna land on to Tim. They want that Shadow Demon Dem. They will get him, but Gabbi is gonna jump in after Arfu. They'd love to go after Abed as well, but he's gonna be okay. Still, Armel will come in from the left side. Light Strike away, and Laguna. Arfu on the Marana. Be a 1-for-1 on those position 4s. How's Gabbi's farm going after that Battle Fury? I think he's
KP?
Uh-oh, KP. He has an Astral Step charge. He's gonna try, but the Midnight Pulse is there and they get the Malithus off. Very nice play once again from iceiceice on the Enigma. And Ice, he's gonna have that BKB up extremely soon. It's not going to take very long. But John, if I may, we might get to see the Fan of Knives from Gabbi.
Oh yeah, he's queuing it up. Interesting decision here for the... I mean, it is an HP scaling damage skill. So when you're behind, that's going to do a lot of damage to them as they are farmed up. It's going to be exciting to see that fly out. I do believe the Desolator is going to be done first. Looks like Gabbi is going to prioritize a normal build first, but I am looking forward to this one. The Ags is also queued up by Gabbi. So hey, looks like he is experimenting with his PA now. Should be careful as he's being rotated on.
They don't have the black hole for another 20 seconds, so he might feel safe enough. He's going to go for a TP play out, and he's going to make it for bot lane. Armel gets caught out on the leaner. Abed able to take that one along with Arfu. That's a pretty darn big pick-off.
Shadows take us.
TNC just, again, trying to just avoid the side of Team Dog, but now KP, he may not have a choice in the matter. He gets stunned up. He'll get it dissimulate out. But any lucky ensnares there on inYourdreaM. But now you've got the BKB up on inYourdreaM. You've got a BKB up on iceiceice. He's going to start working towards a Blink Dagger. And the situation keeps looking worse and worse for TNC as time goes on.
Yeah, it's not looking smooth. They're still waiting for this Desolator on Gabbi. He does have the gold, so it should be flying out soon. They're still lacking some farm here. KP still saving up for his Ags. He's definitely not taking farm priority at all. Armel does have his Shadow Blade and Yule, so he's probably he's actually the most farmed up right now in the arena. Needs to make that work. However,
nice arrow block there from the creep of Febby, making sure KP does not get stunned up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ice still just happy to walk in and go for a black hole if he needs to.
Dire's bottom tower.
Very confident with that mech BKB being up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is
Meanwhile,
under
bot
attack.
lane, inYourdreaM just going to solo push out the bot tier 2 tower. He's going to make quick work of it as well. It's really not going to take that much time.
Dire's bottom
It's
tower
gone.
has fallen.
Armel might find a big pick off here. Ice, now he gets the BKB off into the black hole on Abed. Just gonna zip right through. Where the hell did he go? The disruption was there. Armel is still maybe gonna die. The Yules is out in time. He's trying to run. He can't get out though. Abed will zip right after it. They purge up inYourdreaM to try and make sure he can't chase any further, but he will pop the ulti. He will take down Febby, and now Tim's also being caught out by Abed. They will get another. And it's looking to be another very dominant game here by Team Dog in this game number 3. TNC are still struggling to find their footing.
Yeah, they're still lacking a lot of farm, and Armel, he was the highest farmed on his team. Now he falls behind even Gabbi. Gabbi needs to make this investment work. Does have the Deso up. Did not go for the shards, by the way, Mike. He is going straight for the Ags.
Alfu did not connect the arrow. It did land on a jungle creep, but kpii still getting caught out thanks to the TP rotation of Abed. I'm sorry, John, you were saying about the shards.
Yeah, he's not going for the shards. Gabbi is going for the plain old ag, so no fan of knives. No old school, old game skill. He is rushing the divine right after, so you can... Gabbi knows what this game is boiling down to. If he gets that smooth ride into the ag's divine, you might see a good bounce back here, but TNC, they have smoked up, trying to make something happen here, but they are just 3 heroes. They're down kpii as well.
They are. Abed gonna bottle up a haste rune. He's gonna narrowly avoid the smoke out from TNC.
Vanish!
So Armel with the Shadow Blade is going to go invis now, having a look around to see if he can find a target, but there is no one around for him to go after. You look back at iceiceice, he's a couple hundred gold away from having the full blink up now, and that's going to be a very, very scary time. For TNC is now an arrow. Tims,
Ooh.
He does not flinch. I probably would have, but he doesn't. He'll just keep TPing. Febby hiding in the tree line, also not flinching, and he's going to be fine. Everyone somehow survives on TNC.
Yeah, that's a very spicy sneak spot there for Febby. Might be in trouble now. inYourdreaM might have caught the tail end of that.
No, he didn't.
Like it. Cool.
Abed. Vision, however, Abed zipping in, found Tims, and it looks like he also found Armel. The Aghanim Scepter up on Abed means he can go for that AoE Vortex into another. They go after kpii now. The Void Spirit is also going to go down.
They should have
And I suppose this is that point where it gets really scary to be on TNC. So you just don't have the magic immunity you need to go up against this AoE Vortex of the Storm. Things are getting very, very tough.
It's scary. You're gonna need a BKB now as well, and Gabbi, but seems adamant about going for this Axe build. They are gonna slowly siege up, but their creep wave was cut off, so they've only got one shot at this. Looks like the tier 3 will still fall. It is a troll. He does melt towers quick.
That he does. He has no fear in the world. It's just nothing to be afraid of here for him. Just back off now. Nice and easy. Into the mid lane they go. They still have the blink coming out, I believe, for Ice. He actually went for an Aether Lens. Very interesting. No, he actually didn't buy the blink. He went straight Aether Lens. This builds into something now, doesn't it? Didn't they introduce a new item with this Aether Lens pickup?
Yeah, it goes into the Octarine.
Right, okay, so they just switched it aroround.
Yeah, it looks like Ice will just go for the Octarine. Still into the Roche pit, TNC. No vision outside. We don't quite see this one happening. It's going to be a big take for the side of Team Dog. Aegis Cheese on the table. Abed can be appreciating either one. And inYourdreaM can have a little bit more leeway up front. You can see the lines drawn, but just can't move fast enough to contest this.
No, you can't. And an MKB now up on inYourdreaM is going to make it that much harder to fight into this troll. I believe with this, Team Dog, they want to try for the high ground once again. The first time around it was very, very easy, but this second time around it should not be quite as easy. inYourdreaM seems to want to try for the top lane rather than the mid lane. Fair enough, the top lane is definitely going to be easier to push in than the mid lane would be. They are going to be fighting into the Gabbi Aghanim Scepter now, but he does not have buyback gold. They kill him once, this game could be over. The Hail Mary play from Gabbi, Life Strike Rate is there. The Aegis not going to expire, the mech going to save inYourdreaM, and now Armel going to be in massive trouble. He's a sitting duck and he is going to die. Let's go for the rats. Armel, he can buy back. He will hold on for now. They've got to find a way to try and initiate it. Abed, he gets initiation off into 3 with the black hole out. iceiceice locking them all down. They'll buy back now. It may be too late though. Gabbi, he's going to blink strike away in time. kpii going to jump back in. The troll falling low, but he still has that Aegis and Armel. Once again, a 2-man vortex catching them all out. That might be GG. An ultra killer for inYourdreaM. They even got an arrow out onto Gabbi. A rampage up for inYourdreaM now, and that's it. They call it a dominant victory for Team Dog in this game number 3.
Radiant victory.
And Johnny, it was quite dominant. I mean, they had this game the whole time.
Yeah, it reminded me of game one there for Team Dog.